Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Reshma Tiwari with the Midday News. The headlines. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addresses Raising Day function of Border Roads Organisation, says continuous border area development is part of our defence strategy to stay prepared with changing times. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges people to participate in the logo design contest for India's G20 presidency. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India looks forward to significant transformational and exponential growth in its trade with Italy. Aspirational District Programme emerges as a shining example of competitive and cooperative federalism, says Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. Over 365,000 teleconsultations conducted yesterday across the country under e-Sanjeevani, says Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia. 3-day Utkarsh Mahotsav organized by Central Sanskrit University begins in New Delhi. India Meteorological Department forecasts low pressure area near South Andaman Sea to intensify into a depression over Southeast Bay of Bengal during next 12 hours. Khelo India mascot and logo launched at Panchkula in Haryana. Asian Games in China postponed indefinitely over the spread of Omicron variant. And in IPL cricket, Punjab Kings to face Rajasthan Royals in Mumbai and Lucknow Super Giants to take on Kolkata Knight Riders in Pune today. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that continuous border area development is part of defence strategy to stay prepared with changing times. Mr. Singh called upon Border Roads Organisation (BRO) to further enhance its capability through optimum use to technology and strive to strengthen the infrastructure of the border areas at a faster pace. He was addressing all ranks of the BRO at an event organised in New Delhi to celebrate the 63rd Raising Day of the organisation. Mr. Singh highlighted that the Chinese presence has increased in the northern sector in the recent past, so the BRO must continue to work in parallel and focus on increasing their capability with full use of technology. The minister mentioned about the recent announcement of increase of capital budget of BRO by 40% to 3,500 crore rupees in financial year 2022-23, reiterating the government's commitment to the country's security and development of border areas.
किसी समाज या राष्ट्र का सोशियो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट बहुत हद तक वहां के मार्गों से जुड़ा होता है। दिल्ली, मुंबई, चेन्नई और कलकत्ता जैसे मेट्रो सिटीज को आपस में जोड़ने वाला देश का यह सबसे बड़ा हाईवे प्रोजेक्ट आज इस देश में बड़ी संख्या में हो रही इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज का एक प्रमुख आधार है। नेशनल मास्टर प्लान ऑफ मल्टी मॉडल कनेक्टिविटी में दिखाई देती है। वैसे तो राष्ट्र के विकास पर आधारित इसके अनेक कंपोनेंट्स हैं, पर पीपुल, गुड्स और सर्विसेज के लिए सीमलेस कनेक्टिविटी इसमें एक प्रमुख कंपोनेंट है। आने वाले समय में यह निश्चित ही राष्ट्र के विकास में मास्टर स्ट्रोक प्लान साबित होगा।
The Raksha Mantri described the development of border areas as a major part of the government's comprehensive defence strategy, noting that it will bolster the security apparatus of the country and bring a positive change in the lives of people residing in remote areas. He described BRO as not just a construction organisation, but a shining example of unity, discipline, dedication and devotion to duty.
हमारे देश का सीमाई विकास नए भारत की प्रगति का सूचक है और हम इस दिशा में लगातार आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। आज जब हमारा BRO सीमा पर खड़े सैनिकों की जरूरतों के लिए रसद और हथियार आदि सामानों के ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए रोड्स, ब्रिजेस और टनल्स का निर्माण कर रहा है, आधुनिक पद्धतियों के साथ साथ हम अपनी उन प्राचीन नीतियों का भी पूरा मार्गदर्शन प्राप्त कर रहे हैं जो कभी हमारे राज्यों की सुरक्षा और उनके अजेय बने रहने का कारण होती थी।
Mr. Singh highlighted that border areas have emerged as new centres of development and the regions like the Northeast are not only developing themselves but have also become a gateway for the all-round progress of the country. The minister asserted that the development of these areas is important for the nation's progress at the international level as well, as the Northeast region connects India with South Asia and Southeast Asia. Mr. Singh also commended the BRO for promoting tourism in far-flung areas through its 75 cafes and tourism portal. Director General of BRO Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary exhorted the BRO personnel to continue on the path of excellence with renewed vigour and dedication. He encouraged them to soon conclude certain critical tunnel and airfield construction projects. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged people to participate in the logo design contest for the G20 presidency of India. In a tweet today, Mr. Modi said it is a special competition that celebrates the creativity of the country's youth. The logo design contest window is open for participants from today till the 7th of next month. India will hold the presidency of the G20 for the first time from the 1st of December 2022 to the 30th of November 2023, culminating in the G20 summit in 2023. During its presidency, India will set the agenda for the year and have an opportunity to shape discussions and outcomes in a range of global issues. The Ministry of External Affairs has invited logo designs for the forthcoming G20 presidency of India. The first winner will get a prize of 1,50,000 rupees and the next 5 best entries will receive 15,000 rupees each. The logo design should reflect Amrit Kal, India's next 25 years journey till 100 years, which is both futuristic and inclusive. The logo design should also include artistic expressions of color combination and arrangements in the national tricolour. Also, G20 should be reflected prominently in the logo.
Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said that aspirational district concept is based on objective parameters and the aspirational district program ADP is scientifically designed with evaluation based on certain essential indices. He said accordingly, 112 districts were identified across the country for special focus to bring about transformation. Dr. Singh said the Aspirational Districts program launched by Prime Minister 4 years ago is aimed at localizing sustainable development goals leading to the progress of the nation. The minister said this while reviewing the progress of work being carried out in Sitamarhi district of Bihar last evening under the ADP. Sitamarhi is one of the 13 aspirational districts in Bihar. Dr. Singh said that ADP has emerged as a shining example of competitive and cooperative federalism, where districts are prodded and encouraged to first catch up with the best district within their state. He informed that the broad contours of the program are convergence of central and state schemes, collaboration of central state level officers and district collectors, and competition among districts through monthly Delta ranking. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has said over 3,65,000 teleconsultations were conducted yesterday across the country. In a tweet today, Dr. Mandavia said the government is working relentlessly towards creating a holistic digital health ecosystem in the country under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. E-Sanjeevani is a telemedicine service to provide general and specialized health services in rural areas. It enables virtual connection of the beneficiary at wellness centers with the doctor and specialist at the hub.
Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has said India looks forward to significant transformational and exponential growth in its trade with Italy. Co-chairing the India-Italy Business Roundtable with Italy's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Luigi Di Maio, yesterday, Mr. Goyal said there are several opportunities in sectors ranging from tourism, services, merchandise and education. He said India offers the largest business opportunity anywhere in the world as the country progresses from a $3 trillion economy to $10 trillion economy in the upcoming 10 years. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Luigi Di Maio said Italy and India are experiencing a dynamic economic cooperation. He said the Italian government is eager to reinforce cooperation between the two countries at the industry level as well as among entrepreneurs. The Union Home Ministry has initiated a proposal to install solar energy panels in the campuses of Central Armed Police Forces, CAPFs, and National Security Guard, NSG. A memorandum of understanding was signed between the Home Ministry and Solar Energy Corporation of India Limited, SECI, in New Delhi. The MOU envisages collaboration between the two parties for jointly undertaking installation of solar rooftop PV power plants. SECI has estimated the total solar power potential of 71.68 megawatts in the campuses of CAPFs and NSG. Our correspondent reports that this will be a step towards Union government's efforts to promote renewable energy, thereby moving towards a carbon-neutral economy.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, southern Shopian district is witnessing speedy development on multiple fronts. This was stated by Shopian District Magistrate Sachin Kumar. He said from improved delivery of services such as electricity and drinking water to construction of roads in rural and far-flung areas, this district has been undergoing transformation in the last 2 years. In an exclusive interview to AIR News, Mr. Sachin Kumar said the district administration has implemented centrally sponsored schemes including PM Kisan, Soil Health Card and Kisan Credit Card effectively, with most of the projects completed ahead of targeted timeline. He said income of farmers, especially those engaged in horticulture, has doubled during the period. Now they get fair and increased price for their produce in local fruit mandis which have been integrated with the eNAM platform. Mr. Kumar said the district administration is running a unique program, Dastake Shopian, through which the youth can access self-employment schemes being implemented by various departments on a single online platform. The administration is promoting entrepreneurship in a big way.
हमने इस बार हर किसी को जिसने भी अप्लाई किया फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्विसेज पर उसका एप्लीकेशन टाइम बॉन्ड प्रोसेस कराया। साथ ही साथ जो डिपार्टमेंट से उनके रिक्वायरमेंट होती हैं सर्टिफिकेट्स या पेपर्स के फॉर्म में, वो डिपार्टमेंट्स ने अपलोड किया। तो इन सब चीजों से हमारा जो बेनिफिशरीज का नंबर है वो लगभग हमने 1200 अचीव किया, जो कि पहले 350-400 होते थे। इसके साथ ही साथ गवर्नमेंट की बहुत सारी और सी स्कीम्स हैं, तो उसमें भी चीजें बन रही हैं। और ये इससे हमें फायदा क्या होगा, आज लोगों को क्रेज है कि हमें भी रोजगार के अवसर उपलब्ध आ रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, the Jammu police yesterday busted a nexus backed by Jamaat-e-Islami, which was engaged in collecting funds and luring students to study MBBS and BDS in Pakistan. Our correspondent reports that the police also detected a newly floated outfit, Jammu and Kashmir Freedom Movement. The nexus surfaced during day-long raids by police at 3 locations of Jamaat-e-Islami activists in the city and outskirts, in which one person, Sartaj, was arrested while search for his accomplice is going on. The raids were conducted at the house of Sharif Sartaj in Sunjuwan and his office at Talab Khatikan, along with the residence of Rais Ahmed Malik at Dalpatiya Mohalla in Jammu city.
Over 190 crore COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Union Health Ministry said over 17,49,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. The ministry said more than 18 crore 64 lakh balance and unutilized COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states and union territories to be administered. A total of 3,805 new COVID cases were recorded in the last 24 hours. India's active caseload currently stands at 20,303. The recovery rate is currently at 98.74%. In Uttar Pradesh, 7 people, including 3 women and 1 child, died in a road accident on the Agra-Noida-Yamuna Expressway early this morning. The incident took place near Norjheel area of Mathura district in the wee hours. Additional Superintendent of Police Shirish Chandra told AIR News that 9 people were travelling from Hardoi to Noida. The car collided with an unknown vehicle and was damaged badly. Police had to use a gas cutter to take the bodies out of the car. 2 injured people have been admitted to hospital. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief over the tragic road accident. He expressed deepest condolences to those who lost their loved ones. In a tweet, Mr. Modi wished for speedy recovery of the injured.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addresses Raising Day function of Border Roads Organisation. Says continuous border area development is part of our defence strategy to stay prepared with changing times. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges people to participate in the logo design contest for India's G20 presidency. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India looks forward to significant transformational and exponential growth in its trade with Italy. Aspirational District Program emerges as a shining example of competitive and cooperative federalism, says Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. Over 365,000 teleconsultations conducted yesterday across the country under e-Sanjeevani, says Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia. 3-day Utkarsh Mahotsav organized by Central Sanskrit University begins in New Delhi. India Meteorological Department forecasts low pressure area near South Andaman Sea to intensify into a depression over Southeast Bay of Bengal during next 12 hours. Khelo India mascot and logo launched at Panchkula in Haryana. Asian Games in China postponed indefinitely over the spread of Omicron variant. And in IPL cricket, Punjab Kings to face Rajasthan Royals in Mumbai and Lucknow Super Giants to take on Kolkata Knight Riders in Pune today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
All India Radio News is airing a weekly interactive program, Abhyas, for competitive examinations. The program is in Hindi and is broadcast every Saturday between 9:30 to 10 p.m. Every week, a subject is chosen. Students can ask questions through WhatsApp or email, and a guest speaker or expert responds to their queries. Questions on each subject are selected on the basis of crowdsourcing from the students across the country. The program also includes segments like Explainer, Fact File, Examination Calendar, and Question of the Week. The 6th episode of the program will be aired today. The topic for this episode is Public Administration. Dr. Suresh Mishra, Professor at Indian Institute of Public Administration, will be responding to the queries of the aspirants. Join us at All India Radio News for the Abhyas every Saturday at 9:30 p.m. on 100.1 FM Gold. BJP President Jagat Prakash Nadda today inaugurated the 3-day Utkarsh Mahotsav being organized by Central Sanskrit University in New Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Nadda highlighted the government's efforts for preserving the diverse culture of the country and said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and party workers are working relentlessly as the protector of culture. He said the government will leave no stone unturned to promote Sanskrit language across the country and abroad. Mr. Nadda said centralization of 3 Sanskrit universities reflects PM Modi's strong commitment towards preserving and promoting the Sanskrit language across the nation.
संस्कृत को किस तरीके से आगे बढ़ाया जा सके, उसको किस तरीके से जन उपयोगी बनाते हुए जनता तक वो पहुंच सके ठीक ढंग से, इस पर भी कार्य कर रहे हैं। ज्योतिषी से जुड़े हुए, संस्कृत से जुड़े हुए विषयों और विभिन्न आयामों पर भी चर्चा करने वाले हैं और ये बहुत ही आवश्यक है क्योंकि ज्ञान, विज्ञान, अर्थ, मैथमेटिक्स सबकी उत्पत्ति और जननी की जो बीज है वो संस्कृत है और संस्कृत के माध्यम से है।
Our correspondent reports that the event is being jointly organized by the Central Sanskrit University, New Delhi, Sri Lal Bahadur National Sanskrit University, New Delhi, and National Sanskrit University, Tirupati. The main theme of this Mahotsav is global orientation of Sanskrit studies in the new educational era. Vice-Chancellors of 17 Sanskrit universities, scholars, and a large number of students participated in the event.
The construction work of Grand Ram Temple in Ayodhya is going on in a swift manner. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath yesterday visited the temple and took stock of the progress of the construction work. Talking exclusively to AIR News, General Secretary of Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust, Champat Rai, said that 3 phases of the construction work has been completed and the Sanctum Sanctorum of the Ramlala temple is expected to be completed by the end of 2023.
लगभग 500 मीटर दूरी पर पश्चिम में सरयू बहती हैं। लेकिन हमने इसरो से कुछ प्रार्थना की थी। इसरो ने हमें कुछ मानचित्र दिए। उस मानचित्र के आधार पर उनका आकलन था कि कभी न कभी सरयू वहीं बहती थी जहां आज मंदिर बन रहा है, और सरयू ने कम से कम 4 से 5 बार अपनी दिशा बदली है। एक प्रिकॉशन, एक सावधानी आने वाली शताब्दियों के लिए ली जा रही है। और जमीन के नीचे जितनी गहराई से रोलर कॉम्पैक्टेड कंक्रीट 12 मीटर गहराई से बनाई गई है, उसी गहराई के लेवल से एक रिटेनिंग वॉल प्रारंभ की गई है।
And now let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
Gagane garaje megh ghon borosha kule eka boshe achi nahi bharosha rashi rashi bhara bhara dhan kata holo sara.
Today we remember Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, who was born on the 7th of May 1861 in Kolkata. Rabindranath Tagore was the youngest son of Debendranath Tagore, a leader of the Brahmo Samaj.
Rabindranath exposed British rule by chronicling all adversities with British imperialism through poetry and literary works. Tagore wanted the struggle against British rule to be germinated from the grassroots of society rather than being confined to an elite section.
Paropare dekhi anka toru chhaya moshi makha gram khani meghe dhaka prabhat bela eparite choto khet ami akela.
During the partition of Bengal in 1905, Rabindranath provided active leadership to the Swadeshi movement, advocating boycott of British goods and promotion of indigenous products.
Banglar mati, Banglar jol, Banglar bayu, Banglar phol.
Rabindranath Tagore wrote the song Banglar Mati, Banglar Jol to unite the Bengali population. He also wrote the song Amar Shonar Bangla, which was later adopted as the national anthem of Bangladesh.
Gurudev is also the writer of our national anthem, Jana Gana Mana, which he wrote in 1911 to be sung at the Congress session in Kolkata.
Rabindranath Tagore brought glory to the country when he became the first Indian to win the Nobel Prize for our country in 1913 for his extraordinary work, Geetanjali.
In 1915, he was awarded a knighthood by the British Crown, which he denounced after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre as a sign of protest. In his repudiation letter to Viceroy Lord Chelmsford, Rabindranath wrote,
"The time has come when badges of honor make our shame glaring in the incongruous context of humiliation, and I, for my part, wish to stand shorn of all special distinctions by the side of those of my countrymen who, for their so-called insignificance, are liable to suffer degradation not fit for human beings."
The basic thrust of Tagore's approach to India's nationhood and freedom from British rule was his emphasis on social reform and the removal of gross inequities that India's society suffered from. Reforming education, therefore, became the cornerstone of his mission for society and nation building. To this end, Gurudev Rabindranath established the Vishwabharati University at Shantiniketan in 1921.
আমাদের শান্তিনিকেতন সে যে সব হতে আপন আমাদের সব হতে আপন আমাদের শান্তিনিকেতন.
The noble soul breathed his last on the 7th of August 1941 at Kolkata. All India Radio News pays tribute to the great noble soul. Remember the freedom fighter Alluri Sitarama Raju. Alluri Sitaramaraju was born in 1897 in a village called Mogallu near Bhimavaram in Andhra Pradesh. He was inspired by the revolutionaries of Bengal to fight against the British government.
Alluri is remembered for leading the Rampa rebellion against the British in the early 1920s. The Madras Forest Act 1882 disrupted the lives of the tribal people. It barred them from engaging in their traditional agricultural activities. Alluri organized the tribal people of Visakhapatnam and East Godavari districts to revolt against the oppressive British regime.
Between the years 1922 and 1924, Alluri and his men stormed several police stations and killed many British officers and stole arms and ammunition for battle. The British were finally able to capture him. The barbaric British police tied him to a tree and shot him on the 7th of May, 1924.
The people honored him with the title Maniam Birudu, which translates to Hero of the Jungles. 1986, India Post released a commemorative stamp in honor of Alluri Sitarama Raju. AIR News pays tribute to the brave son of the soil.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
In sports news, the Hangzhou Asian Games in China have been postponed indefinitely because of concerns over the spread of Omicron variant in China. The 2022 Asian Games was scheduled to be hosted from the 10th to the 25th of September in East China's Hangzhou, a city in Zhejiang, 200 kilometers from COVID-hit Shanghai. In Haryana, the mascot logo and jersey and theme song of Khelo India Youth Games were launched in a special ceremony held at Indradhanush Stadium in Panchkula today. Chief Minister Manohar Lal, along with Union Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Anurag Thakur, launched the mascot and logo and theme song on the occasion. They were accompanied by Deputy Chief Minister Dushyant Chautala and Haryana Sports Minister Sandeep Singh and other dignitaries. More than 8,000 athletes will be participating in the Khelo India Youth Games, scheduled to take place from the 4th to the 13th of June at Panchkula, Ambala, Shahabad, Chandigarh and Delhi.
On the second day of Hockey India Senior Women's National Championship in Bhopal, hosts Madhya Pradesh along with Haryana and Punjab have registered wins over their respective pool matches today. In IPL cricket, Punjab Kings will take on Rajasthan Royals at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai at 3:30 p.m, while Lucknow Super Giants will face Kolkata Knight Riders at MCA Stadium in Pune at 7:30 p.m. today. Last night, Mumbai Indians beat Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a last-over thriller at Brabourne Stadium in Mumbai.
The low-pressure area over South Andaman Sea and adjoining Southeast Bay of Bengal now lies as a well-marked low-pressure area over Southeast Bay of Bengal and adjoining South Andaman Sea, and the associated cyclonic circulation extends up to mid-tropospheric levels. As per officials of India Meteorological Department at Amravati, it is very likely to move north-westwards, intensify into a depression over Southeast Bay of Bengal during the next 12 hours and further into a cyclonic storm over East Central Bay of Bengal by tomorrow evening. It is very likely to continue to move northwestwards and reach West Central and adjoining Northwest Bay of Bengal off North Andhra Pradesh Odisha coast by the 10th of May. Now let us take a quick look at the weather update for the day. National capital Delhi is experiencing mainly clear sky. Mumbai is expected to have mainly clear sky too. Chennai is likely to have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Kolkata is likely to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addresses Raising Day function of Border Roads Organisation, says continuous border area development is part of our defence strategy to stay prepared with changing times. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges people to participate in the logo design contest for India's G20 presidency. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India looks forward to significant transformational and exponential growth in its trade with Italy. Aspirational District Program emerges as a shining example of competitive and cooperative federalism, says Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. Over 3,65,000 teleconsultations conducted yesterday across the country under e-Sanjeevani, says Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia. 3-day Utkarsh Mahotsav organized by Central Sanskrit University begins in New Delhi. Indian Meteorological Department forecast low pressure area near South Andaman Sea to intensify into a depression over Southeast Bay of Bengal during next 12 hours. And with that, we end the midday news.